the man who built bridges. In the heart of Lagos lived a wealthy businessman named Daniel Adebayo. People knew him as the owner of one of the largest construction companies in the country. He lived in a mansion on a hill, drove expensive cars, and wore suits that looked like they belonged in magazines. But Daniel carried a memory that money could never erase. Years earlier, before success found him, he had grown up in a small village where hunger was common and opportunities were rare. His mother sold fruits under the hot sun just to feed him and his younger sister. Many nights, they slept without electricity and sometimes without food. Yet his mother always told him, "If God blesses your hands, let your hands become a blessing to others." Daniel never forgot those words. As his company grew, people expected him to become proud and distant like many rich men. Instead, he became different. One rainy evening, while driving home from a business meeting, Daniel noticed a young boy standing barefoot beside a flooded road, trying to protect his books from the rain. Daniel stopped his car and asked the boy why he was outside so late. The boy replied softly, "I want to become a doctor someday, sir. I can't miss school." Those words touched Daniel deeply because they reminded him of himself. The next morning, he returned to the area and discovered hundreds of children studying in broken classrooms with leaking roofs. Some sat on the floor because there were no desks. That day changed his life forever. Within months, Daniel funded the construction of modern schools across poor communities. He provided scholarships for children whose parents could not afford education. He built libraries, science laboratories, and computer centers so students could dream beyond their surroundings. But he did not stop there. When he learned that many villages lacked clean water, he sponsored boreholes and water treatment systems. In communities where hospitals were too far away, he built health centers and paid doctors to treat patients for free. One day, a journalist asked him during an interview, "Why do you spend so much of your wealth helping strangers?" Daniel smiled and answered, "Wealth is not measured by how much you keep. It is measured by how many lives become better because you lived." His kindness spread beyond buildings and money. Daniel visited orphanages personally, listened to struggling widows, and encouraged unemployed youth to learn skills instead of losing hope. He created training programs that helped thousands start small businesses. Years passed, and Daniel became admired not only for his riches but for his compassion. People called him the builder of hope. Then came a difficult year when a terrible flood destroyed homes across several communities. While many wealthy people fled the city, Daniel opened his hotels to homeless families, distributed food and clothing, and used his construction company to rebuild damaged houses free of charge. An old woman whose home had been rebuilt held his hands with tears in her eyes and said, "You did not just build walls for us. You restored our dignity." Daniel realized then that humanity was the greatest investment any person could make. When he eventually grew old, schools, hospitals, bridges, and homes stood as evidence of his generosity. Yet the greatest legacy he left behind was not the buildings. It was the countless people who learned from him that true greatness comes from loving others. And long after Daniel Adebayo was gone, people still told stories about